Boston, 1805. The richest merchants in America sat sweating at their fancy dinner, drinking warm wine. A young man named Frederic Tudor stood up. "Gentlemen, I will sell you winter in the middle of summer." The room exploded with laughter. "Ice melts, you fool! You'll ship water to Cuba. Go home, boy." They called him the Ice Madman. He called himself the future Ice King. Both were right. Frederic saw what nobody else did. Up north, lakes full of free ice. Down south, people dying of heat. Simple math. Ice costs $0 in Boston. People would pay anything in Cuba. The only problem? 2,000 miles of hot ocean. He spent his entire inheritance, $10,000, on a ship, packed it with ice, sailed to Martinique. Disaster struck. Everything melted. He lost it all, landed in debtor's prison. But prison taught him what luxury couldn't. He watched ice form on his cell window, studied how sawdust kept potatoes fresh. Released from jail, he tried again. Double-walled ice houses, sawdust insulation, nighttime harvesting. One last chance, a ship to Havana. If this failed, he was finished. August 1st, 1806, Havana Harbor. The crowd doors opened. The crowd gasped. Pure crystal ice in 90-degree heat. Cubans touched it like diamonds. They paid 50 cents per pound. That worthless frozen water made $1,000 profit in one day, more money than a farmer made in a year. Frederic built ice houses across the world: Cuba, India, Singapore, China. He didn't just sell ice, he taught the world to love cold drinks, created the first cold chain delivery, built ice-making factories. By 1850, the Ice Madman was worth $12 million. The same merchants who laughed now begged to invest in his empire. Frederic Tudor proved that true wealth isn't in what you create, it's in moving value from where it's worthless to where it's priceless. Next time you enjoy something cold, remember the man who made the world cool. Follow the Hat Legends for more incredible stories of crazy turning into genius.